before I forget, there's the model houses right now by the sales center. I get a lot of comments, Travis, let us see the model.
I'm so in love with you. You got me down again.
Welcome back to Real Estate Mindset. Today's video is going to be absolutely bonkers. And today I have taken you guys to the #1 crashing metro area in the United States, which is Austin, Texas. So today I'm going to give you guys boots on the ground intel in this community, topped with an additional market analysis so that when we tour this community, we are not flying blind. So remember, we're gonna use the data today and we're gonna figure out whether or not the houses in this community here in Austin are really being liquidated. So I really hope you guys enjoy, and don't forget, you guys, like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, shoot a comment below, but either way, I really hope you enjoy. The name of this community is the Plum Creek community, as you guys can see behind me, and it is predominantly made by Lennar. And what's really interesting about this area, you guys can see the sales offices behind me, but there is about 4 or 5 other master plan communities around this entire area. So it's not just Lennar, but this specific master plan community is Lennar. So again, let me throw up some information. This is the Plum Creek community, and it is a master planned solar community, which means their houses come with solar. Something that Austin just started doing. It's very interesting. It's kind of similar to California in my opinion, but this community does have solar. It is very interesting. Let me pan again if you guys want more information on this community. It's right here. And let me give you a little bit more details. Let me pull up the map right now. Now we're gonna start downtown Austin. We're gonna go to the 35 and we're gonna go to south all the way down here to Kyle. Now I know what you're gonna say, this isn't Austin, but the thing is, guys, it's not that far. It's what, 20 miles from downtown Austin? So we're gonna stay here in Kyle, but don't worry, I'm doing a second Austin video and we're gonna cover North Austin. But right now I'm gonna stay here in Kyle because what I have found is the prices in this community, some of them are up to 30% under 2022 market value. All right, so now let's talk about the data so that when I go over the prices and incentives, we could put things in a lot more perspective and really understand, what is going on in this community. So let me throw up the market analysis, and I want you guys to know the market analysis is only for 2022 and it is only for this subdivision. You guys see all this building? Look at that. So I'm walking down a street right now where it's just, back-to-back houses. These houses are super close to each other, you guys. Not a lot of property here, but nevertheless, that's where I'm walking down. So let me throw this up here. Now, as you guys can see with this market analysis, very important. Again, have your realtor do a market analysis for you. You can see that there was 179 sold properties in 2022. So again, 179 properties sold in just this community in 2022. But the really important thing is, again, the price per square foot. And as you guys can see here, price per square foot is $228.06. So now that we have that, we can compare the price per square foot to what the active and current listings are. And with that information, we can determine how under, if at all, houses are when compared to 2022. I'll be adding the market analysis to as many boots on the ground videos as I can possibly make because that's really important. And remember, the price cuts and the discounting, it doesn't really matter, right? And I showed you guys in the Highlands in Texas, they had over $100,000 price cut, but it was still like 5% over market value. So we have to be really careful. And I've already done a lot of research. There's houses here that are significantly under 2022 values. And the really crazy thing, I had to research and I had to find this because they're not doing price cuts, right? Lennar doesn't even want to show how much the houses in this community, in my opinion anyways, all of this is just my opinion, but I don't think they want people to really know how bad things are really in this community. And let me pan here real quick so you guys can see, the end of this street. So, Really cool. But let's get to the fun stuff now. Let me pull up some active listings and show you how much under 2022 values they are. Let's talk about the best thing of all, what the current prices are in this community. And when I start talking about this, you guys are gonna know exactly why I even came here. And it's really hard for me to drive somewhere or even fly somewhere when I know very little about the community. So it would normally be a little bit of, gambling, a little bit of throwing the dice. The difference is when it's in Texas, generally I can easily access market analysis. And again, remember what our price per square foot was. I'll throw it on the screen. And let me show you real quick, guys, where I'm walking through. This is just another street here in Plum Creek, with massive amounts of construction going on, various stages of construction. You guys can see that. Let me keep panning, and then I'll throw up some active MLS listings. I'm trying to get my face out of the frame. I know how you guys hate looking at my face. And to be honest with you, I don't blame you. I hate looking at my face too, but it's all I got. If I could change it, perhaps I would. Actually, I wouldn't, because I love what God gave me. Now, let me throw up the first MLS on the screen. Now, the first MLS is listed at $370,000. You can see that there is no price reduction, but when we break this down into price per square foot, the price per square foot is $187 per square foot. And y'all, sit down for a second, okay? Because what that means at that price per square foot is this listing is listed for 17.9%, you guys. 17.9% under 2022 average value. So odds are it actually went down more than that, because all I'm doing is comparing to 2022. If I compare it to anything that was purchased this year, it may be even lower. But regardless, the first MLS active listing still available on the market, 17.9% under market value. Let me throw up a second MLS listing right now. Now, real quick though, before I put up this listing, I need you guys to sit down, okay? I need you to make sure you have your seatbelt fastened. And that you're not gonna get whiplash, because this listing I'm about to show you has an absolutely insane, you guys, shocking listing price. Now let me throw it up on the board. Now you can see this home is listed for $444,000 and it shows zero price reduction. But when we dig deeper and we do an analysis on the square footage, we can see price per square foot, $151.84 a square foot. Here's the thing, you guys, what that means is based on price per square foot, when we compare it to 2022, that property is listed for 33% under 2022 value. So anyone that purchased, not anyone, okay, but anyone that purchased in 2022 is drastically at risk of a 30% haircut. And we're only in the second inning of this housing market correction. The housing market, y'all, has not bottomed out. But let me show you a third listing, y'all. I'm gonna show you a third listing right now. All right, now the third listing is a smaller price point. I wanted to make it, as many people happy as I could. This property is listed at $295,950. Let's dig deeper, break it down into price per square foot. We can see price per square foot, it is $190, and that represents, you guys, just a nice little 16% lower than 2022 values. And here's the thing, I know about premium lots, and I know about upgrades, and I know about all that stuff, and I don't care, okay? I'm just looking at the data that I have. Obviously, those other things matter, like a premium lot can add 5,000, upgrades can add 10, 15,000 here or there, but the reality is these homes are listed for well under what they were in 2022. And let me ask you guys something very important. I want you to comment below. Why do you guys think that Lennar removed price reductions, okay? They took off their price reductions here and just lowered all the prices so that no one knows that they're reduced. So why do you guys think that in this community they're not showing 30% price discounts? Let's talk about active inventory right now, and I'm gonna pull up some data to show you guys what's on MLS and also what's on Lennar, because we've been hearing a lot of things about shadow inventory. And the reason y'all have been hearing a lot of things about shadow inventory is because it exists. And what that means is basically shadow inventory is inventory that's available or about to be available that's not listed on MLS. A lot of people have no idea that there's hundreds of thousands of houses around the US right now that are not even listed on MLS. So I'm gonna go over that stuff, and y'all, I'm walking down an area of completed houses. Most of these houses are sold, probably sold in 2022. So, and again, remember, these people are at risk. If Lennar drops the prices of the new houses so low, 30%, up to 30% of some of these houses, these people are trapped. This is gonna become a foreclosure hub. I mean, that's the risk, right? That's the possibility. That's what I'm saying. And honestly, in my opinion, is that is going to happen. It's going to happen. People are, basically in too much debt. Debt is skyrocketing, and excess savings right now is plummeting. Now let's start with MLS. Now I'm throwing MLS up here. You guys can see that there are 18 properties, or rather 18 spec homes. And I can tell you guys right now, there's way more than 18 spec homes in this community. But it's interesting to note that Lennar has 18 homes listed on MLS. Now let's go to Lennar's website. Now, as you guys can see on Lennar's website, they have 33 homes listed. So Lennar has almost double the inventory listed on their website versus MLS. And I've been to multiple communities where the inventory was exceeding MLS and Lennar's website. So we can only see so much. Let me show you, out of all of the 18 active listings on MLS, how many of them are selling for under 2022 values. Now you guys can see right here, I've selected and checked 14. So currently, there's 14 active units that are selling for under 2022 values. And that, y'all, represents over 75%. Again, over 75% of the active inventory selling for under 2022 values. So in other words, you guys, this isn't seasonal, right? This is a result of overvalued houses, cheap money printing, low interest rates. This isn't good. You don't want to see this if you recently purchased here, because, imagine, purchasing a house 6 months ago and now seeing that same house is, discounted 20%. How would that make you feel, right? Think about it. Let's move on to the next part. Let's talk a little bit about shadow inventory. The reason why shadow inventory is so important is it doesn't give like normal people and professionals, realtors, even investors, an indication of what's really going on in a community. But I drove around here, y'all, and I can tell you that personally, I counted up to 60 properties that appear they don't have any contract or move-in ready. And I stopped counting at 60. I mean, the reality is we really don't know how much building is actually going on. And by building additional properties, again, that's just going to cause them to have more holding costs, and it cause more pain with an inability to cash flow. And you guys can see, I don't even know if this is even on MLS, but there is definitely inventory in this community right now that people are just not aware of. And that's an absolute fact. I counted way more than 33 houses. Again, could they have been sold? Possibly they could have, but generally if it's sold, they put a sign in front of the property. And that doesn't even mean it's sold. That usually just means there's an earnest money deposit. They still got to close. And what do we know about new construction? Massive cancellation rates, especially in Austin. So I'm going to pull up some stats now for the entire metro area of Austin. And I've got these stats from a Redfin News. So if y'all want stats on your own metro area, you guys can go to Redfin yourself, or even go to Fred if you want to find out things like inventory. Fred is actually narrows down metro areas as well. And Fred is Fred Economic Data, F-R-E-D. If you type that in the internet, you will find data. You guys see all the houses? Y'all saw more than 18 houses. Y'all saw more than 33 houses in this video alone. And I didn't even go to all the community. There is so much inventory. I really don't think that, I honestly think they have double the inventory that they're even mentioning on their website. But either way, guys, let me throw up some Redfin stats right now. And let's start with days on the market. As you guys can see, days on the market, although it has been going down, so cool, it's been going down, but it is a shocking 62 days on the market average. Y'all, 62 days on the market average? That's insane. And I'm just going to tell you right now, Austin, Texas is experiencing all signs of a housing market crash, okay? Right now. So you guys can see that as of right now, in Austin, Texas as a whole, has 4.4 months of supply. So let me ask y'all something. What happens when we count the shadow inventory? Or what happens when we count the homes that are listed on the new builders' websites that are not listed on MLS? How much months of supply do we have then? Right? Y'all see my point? A lot. Now let's go over median sales price. And y'all can see, as far as median sales price, we're almost under 2021. Listen to me, guys, okay? In Austin, we're almost under 2021. And let me explain to you, that's massive, you guys. So we're almost under 2021. You guys can see that right here. And we're down, y'all, from peak, we're down over 20%. Austin's down, on average, from peak, over 20%. Now year over year, when we compare year over year, they're down 15%. And I understand that some of my viewers in their own metro area, they're not experiencing signs like this. And I would really like to plead to really anyone that's listening, to be patient and understand that things take time. We're talking about an economy, we're talking about society, people still have money, it's going away rapidly, and it's just gonna take time. Now, by all means, if y'all wanna buy, go ahead and buy. You know, be prepared for that mentally. Expect to be, you know, locked into your house. If you're comfortable with that, then do it. But for me, personally, when I see things like this, it's just more and more indications that my patience will be rewarded. So in conclusion, if you're a potential homeowner in Austin, I want to congratulate you for waiting, because now we have proof and now we have data that by waiting, you can now potentially, more than likely, obviously, get a fantastic deal when we just compare 12 months ago. So I don't think, again, it's going to be long before potential homeowners in the Austin area start seeing many prices under 2021 value. I'm super convinced that's going to happen this year. Now, if it's me and I'm in Austin, again, you guys, you know, at what point do you decide to buy? Obviously, you have to equate things like rent. Obviously, the knife is still falling, you know, but obviously paying rent is generally a waste of money as well. So when it actually comes to purchasing, you guys, that's something that you really have to decide on your own. There's different reasons to buy. There's different housing markets showing different signs. So you really have to decide that for yourself. And I hope what I'm doing, y'all, is giving you, you know, a cautious perspective, okay? Not only a cautious perspective, I also hope to make you aware of potential pitfalls and potential things that are incoming right now. And why? I already lost everything, y'all. I had a foreclosure, repo, bankruptcy, and I lost everything. And fast forward to today, obviously I have it all back. I'm a realtor, loan officer, and instructor in real estate in Texas, so paid my dues and I'm at where I'm at now. But that's why I have the beliefs and opinions that I have, which again, be cautious. This is the largest transaction of our lives. It's time to treat it exactly like that. If anyone is watching that's interested in purchasing in Austin, again, congratulations. I hope this video helps. And other than that, if you're out there investing in real estate, you know I wish you luck and I hope you win.